Hello, my lovely Cancerians. I am Jessica from Willowvine's Intuitive Vibes, and I am here to do your April 2020 love reading, or within a month's time of when you view this, because time is fluid. All my readings are timeless, so don't get hung up on timestamps and dates and all that happy stuff. This is called Behind the Silence, so it's what they're thinking and not saying, feeling but not expressing, and wanting or desiring but not acting on, and that's what we'll cover over here on YouTube. And these love readings will be extended on Patreon, where we will cover the obstacles and blocks. So what's been the hang up regarding no further action or communication or just movement in this situation. So we'll see if they're still blocked in any way, shape, or form, what their main focus is, if they're focused on business, if they're focused on love, if they're focused on you or somebody else, and then we'll see if there's anything else or anybody else involved, like third party, which could be a job, family, friends, a lover, an ex, it could be anything. So we'll see if there's any residual energy surrounding your person or you, because sometimes they can view you as having the external energy around you. Whether it's true or not, it's all about perception and how people perceive the situation. And we will cover whether or not you should wait or not. And even if you should wait, never put your life on hold. You need to do you, focus on you, and just do what you normally would do with or without anybody, because they're not waiting for you, and they're not putting their life on hold or stifling their growth and expansion, so neither should you. But anyways, that's what we're going to cover over there. At the end of this reading, before we go to Patreon, I'm going to answer a yes, no, maybe so type question for you with the magic 8-ball. Just trying to do something fun and different. And I did forget for one sign. But anyways, moving on. My mind is like, sometimes. I do not cut these readings on YouTube short at all, so you get your full reading over here. Yeah, you get your full reading over on YouTube. Everything on Patreon, all my extended readings, it's bonus, and it's bonus material, so it's extra. So if this is resonating, making sense, or hell, even if it isn't, and you're like, well, maybe the extra shit will, because sometimes the energy does shift when I go over there. Not always, but keep that in mind. So if you want the extra information, you can just head over to Patreon. And thank you to everyone who has joined me over there. The support is phenomenal. I mean, the support over here on YouTube is phenomenal as well. All my subscribers, I love you to pieces, to the moon and back. You have no idea what all this love and support means to me. Your refreshing and empowering comments. I love hearing your stories. Any of those naysayers, anyone who wants to be an asshole, I will boot you out. I have no time for negativity, so if you bash me, my readings, or my subscribers in any way, shape, or form, even if I'm interpreting it wrong, I'm gonna block you, basically. I don't give warnings, and I don't unblock people, so just be careful about what you're saying, and reread your comments. So if it has like a little bit of a harsh tone to it, and you feel that somebody, me, could interpret it negatively, and you don't want to risk it, don't post it. So I just want to point that out. Yep, so I think I covered everything. This is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. If you'd like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email is in the box below. I will gladly give you all the information you need on personal readings. It's on the community tab as well as my website. And don't forget to join me over on Patreon for all these extendeds. It is a monthly subscription over there. Any denomination, I leave it up to you. So whatever you feel the readings are worth, whatever you can afford, it helps me, and you get the information you want. You can, for example, start off at 10, lower it, increase it, whatever you feel like doing, and you can cancel at any time. So it's absolutely no obligation to you, and we all win, basically. So I don't do the whole tier thing, where you spend 25, you get this, you spend 45, you get all this extra crap, and then so on and so forth. I truly believe, it's nice to get paid for my time, and, I am trying to make a living out of this, and things are progressing forward, and I feel like they're doing it in the way that they need to. But I just believe with general readings, I don't want to set a specific price for you guys because they're general. What if it isn't your story? You know what I mean? I'm reading for a lot of people, so that it's basically a donation when you go over there. You're donating because of the time that it takes me to do these readings for you. So it's, I help you, you help me kind of thing. But it's not an expectation. So I don't have tiers or anything like that. And no shade to anyone who does do it that way, because they probably put more time in over there and do specific things. I do the generals, and I try to do 2 readings a month. So I do my general readings, and I have a new spread coming up. So after I'm done with these love readings, you'll see what that is, because I'm including health and well-being and stuff like that, because I feel like we need to focus more on ourselves. Love is great, and having relationships, whether they're platonic or with your family or with a lover, they're wonderful and they're necessary, because as humans we're supposed to be socializing. We're social creatures, basically. So it is important to have those relationships and see what's going on within those dynamics. But I feel like a lot of people and I might be telling you this because maybe that's what you're doing right now, or someone is. I feel like a lot of people put too much focus on connections with other people, or what's going on with their person or that person or whoever's around them or coming towards them, and they tend to put themselves on the back burner and forget about how unique and wonderful and worthy they are themselves, or how worthy you are. So I feel like a lot of Cancerians, especially right now in the month of April, I don't feel like you're putting love on the back burner. I do feel like it is a focus of yours. And I feel like a lot of you are forgetting who you are, what you represent, and just how important you are in this lifetime. Like, I feel like a lot of you have so much to give the world, and I almost feel like I'm pushing pause on my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations, bettering myself for somebody else. And you should never do that. If you feel that you need to take a step back from you and your goals and dreams and whatever, and just bettering you as a person individually, if you feel like it's necessary to do that to get somebody's attention, they might not be the one for you, because somebody who truly loves you and respects you will want only what's best for you. And pushing all your wants and needs aside is not beneficial to you. So just kind of take that little blip of information and let it marinate, just sit on it for a minute. I don't feel like all of you are neglecting yourselves, but I do feel like many of you are. There's a group of you who are neglecting your wants and needs, and that needs to change, and I feel like you're doing it in a big way. So there needs to be a major shift with this. But then there's others of you, that there's just aspects of yourself that you're kind of putting on hold, and it could be for the betterment of your family members. Maybe you need to focus more on your children or your family situation right now, making money, paying the bills, whatever, especially during these trying times. And there's certain things that you want or need, and you can't do it right now because you're trying to take care of the people around you. I mean, that's okay, but make sure you make time for yourself. I feel like some of you are dealing with health issues, and if it's not you, it could be somebody you're connecting to, whether it is a family member or a love interest. I feel like somebody is neglecting their actual needs, and I feel like this is why all this is coming up in this love reading, because it needs to be said. Somebody needs to hear this, even if it's just one person, one small message. I feel like you're neglecting yourself and working yourself into the ground to the point where you're out of whack. You're not spiritually, mentally, emotionally aligned. So maybe you need to sit down, do some meditation, and just kind of relax and gather your bearings and re-ground yourself. For some of you, it could be as simple as that, and that will just, make everything run more smoothly. But for others of you, I don't feel like it's this virus. Some of you could have contracted it. I mean, there's so many people in the world. But what I'm picking up on most is it's either stress-related illness, so stress, anxiety, working long hours. So if you're an essential employee or someone that's close to you that you really care about, no matter what the relationship is to them, I feel like I'm speaking to someone, or someone needs to hear this. You need to take a break. It is time for a vacation, even if it's just a couple days. I feel like it could be blood pressure, or, yeah, because with stress and anxiety, it can affect your heart, your blood pressure, your breathing. I do feel like mild to moderate exercise is necessary for some of you to get your heart rate up, to help strengthen your heart muscle. Because I feel something around blood pressure and heart related issues. There could be a blockage for some of you. Maybe you're aware of it, maybe you're not, and you're just having symptoms. If you're feeling fatigued, and when I say fatigued, no matter how much sleep you get, you still have this sense of exhaustion during the day. You get winded easily. You could be experiencing shortness of breath. It wouldn't be constantly, but you have bouts of it. Dizziness. If you're lethargic in any way, like maybe having spells of confusion, or that daydreamy type space where you're kind of zoning out and you're not really there 100%, shit like that. If you're having any of those symptoms whatsoever, please call your GP, your primary care physician, and just let them know, check your blood pressure, shit like that. Especially if you do have issues with it already, make sure that you're taking your blood pressure medication if that's the case, and just stay on top of it. Don't neglect yourself, because all the things that you're trying to do for not only you but your family and whoever else, if you neglect yourself to the point where something bad happens, you're not going to be there to provide for your family anymore. So don't you think it would be more beneficial to take a day or two or a few hours, just for you to sort out these medical concerns, so that you can be around for many years to come, kind of thing? Just keep that in mind. So if you're noticing changes in somebody that you love, Cancer, so if this is not you yourself and you're noticing that somebody's complaining that they're having headaches all the time, that they're really tired, if they're acting different, if their face is flushed, encourage them to seek medical attention, just to get shit checked out. So I feel like that's a prominent message for somebody, Cancer, and that's why I said it, because I don't normally dive into health, but in the general readings, that's what I am going to have a section regarding that, because I feel like we do need to focus. We need to have something that focuses on us, because we are just as important as our love interests and as relationships and the social aspects of life. So you matter most in your own life. Don't neglect your needs. Okay, so I feel like I said what I needed to say. I will step down off my soapbox and shut the F up. Oh, post warning, I'm not sure if I swore, cursed, or anything, but I use bad language. If you do not like bad language, if it offends you, if it's going to get under your skin to the point where you're going to chew me a new asshole in the comments, turn your ass around and go check out a different reader. There are plenty of lovely readers on YouTube. I watch some of them myself when I need, further guidance, because I know that, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, especially if you do tarot, if you read for other people, if you're very spiritual, which 90% of the people who watch tarot, they are spiritual in some capacity. Because you got to believe in it in order to, in order to be interested and really receive the messages. But anyways, I feel like a lot of you can relate to the fact that it's difficult to read for yourself. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, so I feel like some of you could be all over the place, like a lot on your mind, and that's where all that stress, that feeling of stress and being overwhelmed and anxious and whatever, that's why that's probably there. I feel like you've got something on your mind, someone on your mind, a lot on your mind, and I feel like in your mind you're bouncing back and forth with shit. But anyways, check out those lovely readers. If bad language offends you in any way, shape, or form. I really hope you do stick around though, because there could be messages in here for you. Anyways, so now I'm off my soapbox. We have number 14, which breaks down to a 5. This is about conflict and change, but thank God it's reversed. So it could represent inner conflict, like I said, with overthinking and stress and everything like that. Like, which way should I go? What should I do? Kind of thing. So I don't feel like you're fighting or arguing with anyone. Some of you could be, or you could have had arguments in the past and it's something that's on your mind. But besides that, then the name of this card is Clock Time. Time, pressure, and a rush. I feel like you're coming out of that. You don't feel rushed anymore. You're taking your time. And if you're not, this is necessary. Like I said, you're doing too much. You're trying to take care of everyone and you're neglecting yourself. So I do feel like you need to take a break. You need to take a time out, Cancer, or someone you're dealing with does. I could be talking to a cross watcher. But regardless of who I'm talking to, this is taking a break. This is not being rushed. This is taking your time. You might have been trying to rush a love situation, like trying to get it off the ground. It's like, you know, now or never. It's go time kind of thing. And I feel like it hasn't progressed forward in the way that you had hoped that it would. So now you're taking a step back and it's almost like reflection. I'm going to push pause on this situation and see what am I doing wrong, if anything. Is this worth my time? You're realizing that rushing this situation is not productive, basically. So there's a need for a timeout here. And then we have you are rare and free. Number 38 breaks down to an 11, which could be about a partnership, you know, a divine counterpart, just coming together, balance, working together, things that are fair. There are not many like you, but this is reversed. I do feel like you are rare, you are unique, Cancer, but you don't, at least lately, I feel like, because whoever I'm talking to, you're putting yourself on the back burner, you're putting your own personal wants and needs aside for the betterment of whoever's around you, your family or your love interest. And I feel like you're not allowing yourself to shine and to stand out. It's almost like when you help someone secretively, so you do an anonymous donation kind of thing, you're not being recognized for all the time that you did put into this situation, for all your efforts. And whether even if somebody is recognizing all your efforts, they're not showing you. You feel like you're not being seen. And I feel like that might be why you're taking a time out, because you're like, what am I doing wrong? How could you not notice that I did this, that, and the other for you? That I'm basically working myself into the ground for you. And if that's not you, it could be your person, Cancer, because I could be talking to a cross watcher. Keep that in mind. But I feel like you are rare. You are unique. You are meant to stand out. There's something beautiful about you that you're supposed to show the world, and you're not. Maybe this is the time out that you needed, and you're taking time to reflect, because you're not being noticed in this situation, and it is upsetting to you. So it definitely is a time. There's a need for someone to take a step back and kind of refocus, basically. So at the bottom of the deck, we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I feel like in April, or within a month's time of viewing this, because like I said, these readings are timeless, there is a conversation that is going to come up. It needs to come up. I feel like you've been waiting for this, and it's almost like now that you're pushing pause on this situation and taking a step back and not putting your energy into it anymore, that's when this person is going to come in and communicate with you. Whether you initiate this conversation or not. I've been getting this for a couple other signs. I just saw somebody writing a letter. It could be a love letter, or it just could be an outpour of emotion. Like, I almost feel like somebody has a very hard time they have a hard time communicating, like finding the right words to say, basically. that might be why I said in the comments, stop before you post it and reread what you wrote, because it might be perceived differently than you intended it. So I feel like sometimes within conversations between you and your love interest or your partner, person, who, whatever you want to call them, I feel like you intend, like the way that you say something to them, you intend it one way, and they misinterpret the information, and they might get offended. They might get upset with you, and it might cause an argument. And then you have to take a step back and be like, but that's not what I meant. Like, how did you even perceive it that way? Usually with perception, like say you say something to someone and you mean it in a very kind, loving way. It could be your tone of voice, it could be the timing, but usually the person who receives that message, and this happens a lot with texting and online communication because there is no tone of voice. If that person's in a bad mood or things have been kind of rocky between the two of you, they're going to look at it in a negative light. That's how they're going to see it. And that's basically where, that's how people get misinformed the most. And I feel like a situation like that has happened between you and this person, and might happen again. But there is a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to happen. I feel like it needs to happen either over the phone so you can hear this person's voice, Cancer, or face-to-face in person so you can watch their body language. You can tell if they're lying to the way that they present themselves. If they've got their arms crossed across their chest, you know, that means that they're blocking themselves off. They're uncomfortable. They're trying to protect themselves. If they're very fidgety, that means that they're nervous. So there's a potential for them to lie unless it's just their feelings overwhelming them. You know, if they can't maintain eye contact, that's a form of lying, because they're too ashamed to look you in the eyes. But some people know that, and they will maintain like crazy eye contact that's forced. So there are little things that you can pay attention to. If somebody licks their lips constantly after what they say, it's almost like washing away the lie that they just said. And you can tell by little smirks and shit like that. So I don't know why I'm talking about body language. Maybe some of you are very interested in that, or you could be like me and watch a lot of crime shows and, you know, FBI interrogations and stuff, and that's basically, that's what they go off from in interrogations. They pay attention to body language heavily because you can't always trust what people say. Don't read too much into it, I'm just going to say, but those are some tips for you, especially if you have like a feeling that they might not be being honest with you. I can't talk. So yeah, communication is difficult between you and this person. I feel like they never see things from your perspective, or they rarely see them from your perspective. And this person is quick to fire. They're quick to jump to assumptions and basically jump on your back and be like, well, you're an asshole or you're a bitch. Like they misconstrue damn near everything you say. So it's really difficult to talk to this person. So taking a time out from them might be necessary. I mean, I feel like this person does not see the real you. They're not, they only see what they want to see, their own perception, basically. They're not taking you at face value, and they're not appreciating your worth. So I don't know who this person is, but they need a reality check like fucking yesterday. And then we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So I feel like the only reason that you continue to go back and forth with this fucking bullshit banter and deal with the low lows of this person and this situation is because you are very drawn to them. You have there's that lustful energy. I feel like magnets, like I just want to be in your presence, I want to touch you kind of energy, and I do feel it in that toxic way. So some of you might feel tied and bound to this person for whatever reason. You might have history with them. They could be your baby mama, baby daddy type thing. But whether or not you have children with them or ever had a family with them, I do feel that there was a high level of commitment with this person at one time. So I am talking about an ex when I'm talking about that toxic tie to that person. I feel like there's two groups, Cancer. I feel like some Cancerians are stuck in the past and you've been trying to rekindle this connection and it just hasn't been working out for you. And other groups of you, you're the ones that don't want to continue on with this connection, but your ex is kind of stuck to you like glue, basically. And you're like, okay, how do I remove this fucking shit? Like, I tried to peel you off a while ago, and now you're back, kind of thing. So like I said, take it where it fits. But I feel like there's an outdated connection that needs to go, and that's probably where this heart-to-heart conversation is coming in. There's a need to set your boundaries, and if you do not want this person back, I feel like you're right at the point of exploding and being like, well, I don't know how you're misconstruing what I'm saying, how you're not understanding this. Go away. I don't want you. My focus is elsewhere. I want new love. I do not want to backtrack. And then others of you, like I said, you're like, why don't you see me? Why don't you see my value? Because I'm doing everything I possibly can to get your attention, to show you my love, and you still don't want me. So like I said, two groups. All right, and then at the bottom of this deck, clarifying the heart-to-heart conversation, we have strength reversed. You could be dealing with a Leo, not necessarily, but this is not feeling very confident about a new beginning with the Fool here. It's almost losing faith in this connection. Like, is this ever going to get off the ground, whether we're talking about old or new? Because somebody is extremely guarded and defensive, which goes back to seeing what they want to see or hearing what they want to hear within communication. They're not understanding what you're trying to say, which is probably why writing, I got sidetracked with that. I saw somebody writing a love note or a letter, and if you can't find the right words to say, maybe somebody's rewriting what to say to make sure that there's no possible way to see it in any other way. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. This is holding back, holding on, because with the Emperor here, they're trying to maintain control of this situation. I feel like you do provide a sense of security for this person, Cancer, or they provide it for you. So I feel like somebody has that attachment issue for financial reasons. I don't know, this person's just always been there. It's like whenever either you have a problem or they have a problem, you two are just used to going to each other whenever there is an issue. I feel like you two, you do help each other, so there is like a friend component here, even if this is an ex of yours. But I feel like one person wants to make this work and the other person just doesn't. So there is some defensive energy here, and somebody's trying to maintain control over their own emotions and trying to control the progression of this connection. Yeah, there's definitely a need to see things from the other person's perspective, and I feel like somebody's very closed off to seeing things from your point of view, Cancer, or vice versa. That's pretty much what I have at the bottom here. So let's see what they're thinking, feeling, and wanting out of this connection. And because this is Cancer's reading, I'm reading this silent person as Cancer's person. But cross-watcher, yes, you are welcome here. I love it when you guys pop in. This could be Cancer from your perspective. So take it where it fits. If it doesn't fit, throw it the fuck out. Don't make it fit. So in this person's thoughts, we have you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, if you've ordered a personal reading, I'm getting to them. I'm almost caught up. So I believe anyone who has purchased a reading on April 1st and forward, so April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever, those are the readings that I'm getting to, and I will get to some of those today. Keep in mind, I don't work on the weekends or holidays. I do sometimes to catch up, but it's not part of my schedule, so that's just an added bonus if I get to it then. I do book up quickly, so if you would like a personal reading, I highly recommend getting in line now so that the wait isn't too long. But thank you everyone for your patience, because I'm trying to keep a happy balance here and get my general readings out and my personal readings. But anyways, this person, what they're thinking, they're very attracted to you. I feel like they They envy your confidence, because this is you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I feel like this person is seeing that you're being successful on your own. Either you're seeing this Cancer, or they're seeing you do this. It's like that pulling away energy, taking a time out to enjoy the moment, to stop and smell the roses, to realize that you matter most in your own life, and that if you're not doing good, then those around you aren't going to be doing good, because you won't have anything to give if you're failing, if you're not doing well, if you're not in your power. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you give to somebody if you're feeling a sense of lack? And I feel like health is a main issue right now for some of you, no matter what it is. I mean, some of you might be dealing with seasonal allergies, and it's not as serious as blood pressure, heart issues and stuff. Some of you, your asthma, if you do have asthma, it could be triggered right now. So maybe you need to get more asthma medication. I do feel like it might be hard for some of you, especially with everything that's going on in the world, with the hours changing. Like, it's more difficult to get a hold of your doctor and to get prescriptions filled. So just keep that in mind. Make sure that you try to get refills done before you run out. I don't know why I'm prompted to say that. Some of you might really need to know, especially if it has to do with your blood pressure, your heart, or your breathing. Those are three major things that you guys need to focus on, or you need to tell your person this. So if it's not you and you know that they have these issues or whatever, you need to tell them that, basically. But anyways, they are seeing you stand in your power, and I feel a little bit of envy of, I'm envious of this. It's like, I wish that I could feel the way that you're feeling and be the way that you're acting right now. It's almost this carefree energy, like just kind of going with the flow, relying on faith and living in the moment, just taking every day one moment at a time. And I feel like you, or whoever I'm talking to, tend to overthink situations and read into shit too much, and it stresses you out. And this person's more carefree, and it's like, how can you just be so fucking carefree? Why can't I just chill like you are? Why can't I just go with the flow, kind of thing? So there is some jealousy surrounding somebody's confidence right now. I feel like this person is independent and secure on their own, and even if they're not, that's how they're presenting themselves. And you might be feeling a little codependent, and I feel like if this is the case, you might feel that you need somebody's help right now. I did feel that toxic energy with the past person, so this could be for those of you who are stuck in the past, or you have someone stuck to you, whichever side of the coin you're on. You might be like, okay, why can't I just be fun and free and on my own and whatever, so that I can move forward with somebody new? I've got this jackass stuck to me like glue, and I can't get rid of him, kind of thing. Or that's how they're feeling about you, like Cancer just won't go away. But this is also for financial reasons. So some of you, the reason why that person is stuck to you, or why you're stuck to them, is because you support them in some way, shape, or form. So how does your person feel? What are they feeling but not expressing? Some of you could be dealing with edema too, which is fluid retention, because my fingers are starting to feel really tight all of a sudden. And their feelings. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So that codependent energy, your person could be stuck on a past person, a baby mama, baby daddy, or they're using their children as an excuse to not do this, to not do that. My child needs me. I need to, if this is a co-parenting situation, maybe I'm talking to a father or a mother, I feel masculine energy, who takes their child or children every weekend or every other weekend. So it makes it really difficult to date. It makes it difficult for you two to connect because your free time, all your free time is taken up by your children or with family matters. I feel like that would be the reason why either you or your person is stuck to the past, because it's like, I can't date anyway, so it's complacency. It's like, I might as well just stay with you because, you know, it's our children kind of thing. I feel something like that for somebody, but this is also innocence. It's your inner child and their feelings with that whole fun and free and independent energy. They might be trying to recapture their inner child, trying to find that child, that inner child again, so that it's almost like I used to have fun doing this, that, and the other, and now I don't see any of this as fun. My life sucks right now. I feel like I have too many responsibilities. I wish I was a child again. You know, it's almost like that whole, when children are like, I wish I was an adult because then I wouldn't have to listen to you and I could make my own rules. And you're like, be careful what you wish for, because you'll be an adult before you know it, and then you're going to be wishing you were a child again. Live it up while you can, but they never listen, and then when they're an adult they feel the same way. But I feel like somebody's feeling that way. They wish that they could go back to their younger years and almost start over, like with pausing. With clock time, I said that there's a pause. Somebody's taking a step back, and to me it might be, especially emotionally and mentally, somebody might be putting their mind, almost like time traveling to a past time, whether it was with the person they are in love with, like thinking about those, it's like nostalgia, thinking of all those positive memories with this person and kind of going down memory lane with them. It's like, how can so and so not remember, you know, this fun time, that fun time, this love and feeling, and it's not that your ex doesn't remember that, or that you don't remember those things. That's the past, and a lot of things have changed and shifted over the years, and this person doesn't want to go backwards. It's like, I appreciate those positive moments, the time we had together, but now it's time for me to move on, kind of thing is what I feel. So someone in this situation is still hung up on an ex, potentially the mother or father of their children. And I feel like there's two groups. Some of the people who are hung up, it's you, Cancer, and other people, it's your person, and that's why you two haven't come together, because their focus is elsewhere. For some of you, somebody is feeling really upset. I feel like this is a very small message. Whether it's you or your person, Cancer, there's someone in this situation who is very upset that they can't have children anymore. That could be an issue between you and this new person, because maybe you want more, and I feel like this person would want more, but there's something that's stopping them from having more. So adoption might be the only option between the two of you if you went down that road. Some of you also might settle and just have animals, like pets, like get a dog together. Once you two come together, if there's a will, there's a way, and I don't feel like this is such a major issue that it would stop you two from coming together fully, for whoever that message is for. But I do feel somebody being really tore up inside about the fact that they can't have any more children, or they can't have any, period. There's something like that going on for someone. That's a small message. Others of you, the children, it is a factor between you. There could be an age gap for some of you, where someone's like, I've already had my children, they're grown, and somebody else is just kind of starting out. So keep that in mind, because that could be a factor, that especially if it's a man who wants a child and you're the feminine energy, you're the female who's already had her kids, whatever, you might be the older one, whether you can have them or not, or like I said, you've already had them. I don't feel like that's something that he would say, but it is something he's feeling. Children are a factor here, and for the majority of you, I feel like it's going back to a youthful time in your life. It's reflecting time traveling. Somebody is being very nostalgic. Also, for some of you, I feel like a lot of you are dealing with an ex that you don't want back. Like I said, 50-50. Some of you want an ex back. Some of you, your ex is driving you nuts because they want you back. But I feel like the new person, I almost feel like Cancer, your ex who has been fighting for your attention, you might be seeing them pull away soon because they have feelings for someone that they've known since they were a child. Or that's you. Whichever. So what is this? What does Cancer's person want? Desired outcome, Cancer. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I feel like like I said, two groups. This is either you or your person. Someone in this situation does not want to go back to the past. They do not want to go to an ex. And I almost feel like with this pause, this time out, either you or your person, you're not with this person right now, the new person. The one that you've known for a while. I feel like you're watching from afar and you're seeing them succeed independently, and you want to be able to match them. I almost feel like you feel like a ghost to this person, or they feel like a ghost to you because they don't feel recognized by you, or vice versa. But what they don't realize is you do see them, or they do see you. They're just not talking about it. But there is a disconnect, and I feel like because this is in the desired outcome, there's a pulling away from the past person. So that is not going to be an issue for too much longer. Some realizations are happening because we have an energy shift going on. So that's going on, but you're not with your new person. You're not with your love interest right now. And I feel like because it's in your desired outcome, it's necessary. It's not fully pleasant, but I feel like there was a need for independence. At least I feel like it was needed for both of you. But there's one person who really needs it more to heal from the past, possibly to heal from past traumas, childhood traumas, shit like that. I feel like this time apart is making somebody see the other person's worth. It's almost like while you two were communicating, dating, because if it was dating, it was casual, it wasn't anything serious. I feel like this time apart, you're realizing that you took the time that you two shared together, no matter how big or small it was, for granted. Either you took it for granted or they did. And they never would have seen it that way if you guys didn't disconnect from communicating. And then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Somebody wants to come in with some apologies because they're having these aha moments. They're realizing the error in their ways, or you are. And you want to bring in, either you or them, someone in this situation wants to bring in some truth and clarity. It's like, I forgive you for this. Do you forgive me for that? Can we learn from, the dynamic between the two of us and our past, individually and together? Can we learn these lessons so we can move forward? So that's what I feel with that. So let's see, my dears. Oh, I already covered that. Never mind. Attraction. Why is attraction on Cancer's person's mind? On this person's mind. Why is this on their mind, please? What are they thinking about but not saying? We have the Chariot. There you are, Cancer, showing up in your own reading. This is moving forward. This is making a decision to move, like, basically full steam ahead. And and source, the divine, the universe is backing this decision. It's the right decision. And that's why I feel like attraction is here, like living in the moment. That's been a huge message for multiple signs, at least what I've been picking up on, is living in the moment. You know, not living in the past and not being focused on the future, because the past is all the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You can't change it. It's set in stone. It's already done. And living in the future is all the what ifs, like what if so and so leaves me, what if we never get together, and it will just drive you insane thinking about all of that. You need to live in the moment and just focus on what's going on today. I just heard no regrets, so make sure that you're saying the things you want to say or that you need to say, even if you've got to write it down, because I almost feel like with the health issues, some things might need to be brought up, because you never know. Life is short. Just want to throw that out there. But we have the Chariot, and then we have the Eight of Wands. This is fast communication. It's forward movement. It's travel. So we have 2 travel cards here. If there is literal distance between the two of you, I do feel like somebody is thinking about bridging that gap and coming towards you. I just heard date night. So somebody might be planning a little adventure, like a road trip with you. Especially when all this shit dies down and we're out of quarantine. I feel like some of you are kind of rebellious, and if you live in a rural area, you'll probably go out on back roads anyways during this time, because I feel like you don't want to be away from this person anymore. You're very drawn to them, and this person's very drawn to you. So they're noticing you, and it's like living in the moment. I need to act now. I need to move forward now. I'm not going to wait. And then we have the Page of Wands reversed. It's like not wanting to wait on communication. This could be a message of bad news. So if we're talking about health and everything, you might have heard that somebody's not doing too well, and you're going to hop in your car and go right over and see them, because it's like life is short, what I just said. That's definitely not for everybody, but I feel like this is a change. This person is thinking about how to remove any blockages or obstacles that have been in the way between the two of you. There have definitely been blocks in communication, and I feel like they were purposefully put there. Whether somebody blocked you literally online, I don't feel like they did. I just feel like you two stopped talking because one was giving more than the other and like initiating communication. And this person is thinking about what to say to you, Cancer, or you're thinking about what to say to them. Whoever put more time, energy, and effort into communicating is sitting pretty right now, taking a break. And this person knows that they need to come in and communicate with you. I almost feel like the last conversation you had with this person wasn't exactly pleasant, because this can be a message of bad news as well. Some of you could have gotten bad news, bad news revolving around a health issue or health concern with somebody. I'm strongly picking that up. I mean, hell, this person, either you or this person, could travel for work, like you're in a vehicle a lot. Just be careful of that. Don't text and drive. If the person who is in the vehicle a lot, whether it's you or your person, I almost feel like something could happen. Like they could have an attack of some kind, like a breathing issue suddenly hits them, or their blood pressure spikes and maybe they pass out. Just be cautious. If you start feeling dizzy or weird while you're driving, especially if you do have blood pressure issues, pull over on the side of the road. I feel something like that. We will get, actually I'm going to get more now. Thank you. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So there's somebody not offering to this right now. I feel like this is very independent energy. We have the Moon, Pisces, and Cancer energy there. There's some secrets. It's like they're not offering you anything and not moving this forward. They're just thinking on how to approach you and how to get this off the ground because they don't want a missed opportunity. But that's what's hidden, is that they still want to move this forward. So you don't even know that they're planning on coming towards you, that they've already released. There's some stressful shit that they've released. They've stopped overthinking a situation. And I feel like this has to do with the past. Like dropping someone from the past because they received some bad news. Like, whoever was stuck to the past, whether it was you trying to go back to an ex or they were stuck to you, I feel like that is being released. And your person, either you or your person, does not know this yet. But they're thinking about how to communicate this to you. Yeah, this is trying to release that toxic energy from the past. You know, they're not feeling tied and bound to an ex anymore, because look, they're guarded, they're not giving up on this new beginning. It's like recognizing which direction and who they need to be with, or that's what you're doing. Children, why is this here for their feelings, please? Children, why is this here? Four of Cups, not wanting a missed opportunity, and it's kind of being bored with the status quo, trying to figure out how to present a new opportunity to you, or vice versa. I do feel like somebody, either it's Cancer, either you rejected somebody, your person, or they rejected you and they blamed it on their kids. Like an issue surrounding children. Or this is not wanting that missed opportunity and thinking about the person that you've known since you were a child. Can I get more on children? I just saw the Empress reversed, and that's not wanting to nurture a situation. I feel like somebody is giving up on the other parent, so the mother or father of their children, this ex-person. They're letting it go. But they lost that love and feeling for them, but you don't know this yet. You might still assume that they're chasing this person, or your new person is assuming that you're still chasing an ex, but they don't realize that some of them might have thought that you actually went back to an ex, that you're happy with somebody else, but they don't realize that you're done with it. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is holding on. Greed, money. This person, for some of you, for a group of you at least, especially if children are involved, I feel like the ex just wanted either your money or their money. They're trying to figure out how to make everybody happy, and I feel like this person's getting worked into the ground, trying to pay their bills, take care of themselves, and pay child support and shit, because I feel like this ex asks for an awful lot. Either you ask for a lot from your ex, or they ask from you. Some of you are holding back your disdain. Yeah, because then we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. What did I say? And the Three of Cups. It's like there's some realizations here. This person, either you or this person, is finally realizing why your ex was around, why they wanted to reconnect with you, or why you wanted to reconnect with this person. It's for sneaky reasons. It was for money. This person was only there because they need your money. They want more money from you. I feel like even beyond child support, and even if you don't have children with this person, it's like there's a sense of comfort that comes with the ex. Whoever it is, whether it's your ex or your person's ex. It has to do with finances. I need more. Why is the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords here? somebody's lying about money, lying about their stability. I almost feel like if either you or your person went back to an ex, even temporarily, it was only for money. Or they just feel like they can't afford to have new love or be on their own because their ex drains their wallet. I don't know. There's something around money here. Money and children. Children do cost a lot, just gonna say. Alright, hold on. I want to know. Unless I've already said it. Can I get more? We have the Three of Wands reversed. No longer waiting. No longer waiting on the past. It's a lot of conflict. I did say inner conflict here. It's like taking a break. A disunion. Yeah. Defending your stability because something wasn't fair. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Yeah, this person wasn't... I feel like your ex doesn't work, Cancer, or you are not working. The only reason why anyone wanted to go back to resurrect this past connection, no matter if it's you or your person or whatever the fuck was going on, whoever had this ex, somebody finally got the truth, and I feel like they're sitting in their feelings around it because it is bothersome. It's like, you know, you took advantage of my heart, my time, my efforts, and it was just for money. Like, you've taken all I have, and now I feel like somebody is setting those boundaries, and putting their foot down, and it's like, I don't want to argue with you anymore. I don't want to fight about this. I feel like every time either you talk to your ex or this person talks to their ex, whether there was love involved or not, you guys could never see eye to eye on financial aspects or financial things. Money was always a fight. It was an issue because there was either, oh, we have this much, and it was a fight on how to spend it, or there was not enough and there was a fight because you need to work more or whatever. But I feel like the ex, whoever the ex is, does not have a job. They're not working, and that is a fight. And it's like, well, if you really want money, save your child support, save the money that I'm obligated by law to give you, and go find yourself a fucking job, because I need to take care of myself. I still need to do things for me. So I feel like, Cancer, your ex is putting their foot down. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is putting your foot down, either you or them. Someone in this situation is defending their stance, defending their stability, defending themselves as to why they're not moving forward with this connection, and why they're saving their money, and why they're not going to give you any extra, because it wasn't fair. It's like, you know, I kept giving and giving and giving, and I was even going above and beyond for your ass, and you were taking me for granted. So now I want to get the hell away from you, basically. You know, this new person that I basically rejected and put on the back burner and didn't move forward with, someone that I do have feelings for, and I've known them since I was a child, I basically gave them the cold shoulder for you, and you're not even seeing me. God damn it. Where'd it go? I don't know. I'll have to find it in a minute. And you're not even seeing me. Yeah, so somebody's had it. So if you're wondering why, either Cancer or Cross Watcher, if you're the new person and you're waiting on Cancer, or Cancer, you're waiting on whoever this is, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more than likely, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I just saw Libra as well. But regardless of any of the signs, if you've been waiting on them and wondering why they're not talking, this is what they're going through right now. They're setting boundaries, which are beautiful, and I feel like they are going to tell you this soon, because they're sick of waiting. They're trying to get out of a current situation, and I feel like they look up to you. Your person looks up to you because they're seeing how strong and independent you are, and they want to be like that. So why is separation here for the desired outcome for Cancer's person? The Lovers, making a head over heart decision. I feel like this is choosing between two people, and it's separating during this time of separation from your person, the new person, the person you want to be with. It was up in the air for whoever this is prior, but they're making a choice, and I feel like they're choosing you. They're choosing new. Yeah, they're making a choice over a relationship, because this past relationship was not stable, and they know that it would be fair and balanced. It would be a fair and balanced connection with you, or you know this, that it would be with them, and unlike the ex. So basically, I feel like they could have been comparing you to their ex person previously, and they're seeing the error in their ways now, and they know that you're nothing like that person. They're healing from the heartbreak and pain of their past, so childhood traumas, this fucking traumatic event, just the dynamic between them and their ex. They're healing from that. They're recovering, because that's reversed, and they want to come in and offer you this cup of love now. So this time apart has really gotten whoever this is to think and realize that this is more of a balanced connection, and you two will work together, that you would work very well together, and that they could maintain their independence while being with you, or that's how you feel. Because I feel like whoever this is has lost a piece of themselves. They didn't feel recognized. They didn't feel like they could be their authentic self with their ex-person, and they can be with you. I feel like break time is over. This person, that's probably why time flew over there. It's like, okay, break time's over now. I'm having all these aha moments. There's this energy shift. I got my eyes set on Cancer now, or Cancer's got their eyes set on you. Yeah, they want to heal this situation with Temperance. This is the Sagittarian energy, but this is finding balance within themselves and recalibrating the connection between the two of you. Oh my God, yes. Recalibrating. This is coming together. They want to heal this. This is them making the decision, because now we have the Lovers reversed. They're single now. They've let go of this past person. Some of them could have actually been married to this person, at least at one point. Maybe the divorce is finally finalized, because we have the Ten of Cups in the upright and in the reverse. So that's ending a serious commitment or getting a divorce. Yeah, this person does not want to be single anymore. It's like, okay, I'm singled up. I'm focused on myself, working on me, and I want to end this cycle. I'm ending the past cycle. I ended the past cycle with the past person, close that karmic cycle basically. I'm independent, I'm on my own, I'm doing well, and now I want to end this single energy and move towards you. They're trying to take charge of the situation, which is beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is get you some advice from Willow's Wisdom Oracle, my own oracle deck, and if you would like to purchase it, please email me and I'll give you all the order information and pricing for this deck. But let's get some advice for Cancer or Cancer's person, and then after we answer your Magic 8-Ball question, which is a yes, no, maybe so type question, we will head right on over to Patreon. So please like, share, comment, subscribe over here. The more you interact with me, the more I have to pick up on your energy. Or is it? Okay. Yeah, this has to do with the ex person. But anyways, yeah, the more you interact with me, the more I have to pick up on your energy. Also, the readings that I'm doing first, I forgot to say this for Libra's reading, but anyways, I'm basing it off from the most liked and viewed readings. Those are the signs that I'm going to do first for the general readings and moving forward, and I'm mainly going by likes. So like, even if this doesn't resonate with you, hit the like button if you would like Cancer to be done first. So in the next round of readings, we have troubled waters are up ahead. Use your discernment. I feel like that's what's going on with the ex person, because they're having these realizations, and we have the 7 of Swords here. It's like the troubled water is this person was using either you or your person for money, and this is the ex. And then we have when you cheat, you only cheat. When you cheat, you are only cheating yourself out of love, opportunities, and success. So I do feel infidelity in the fact that your ex, Cancer, or your person's ex, whoever the fuck this past person is, they are not monogamous. They act like they are, they act like they want to be, and they act like they're committed, and this could be the bad news, because there's secrets here, and it's almost like, I've dealt with this before. You cheated on me once, I should have known that it was going to happen again. We have the lying, cheating, stealing card here. Some of them might have gotten knocked up by an outside person. So if you haven't had sex with your ex in a while, especially if you're the one trying to go back to them, or if this person was going back to the ex, I feel like whoever the feminine energy is, if they're pregnant, make sure you get a paternity test, because I feel like it wouldn't be yours. I don't know. I feel like there might be an issue with paternity. So just be cautious, because somebody was spreading their legs around town. They might not even know who the daddy is, just gonna say. That's not for everybody. And then your divine counterpart is a reflection of who you are right now. No, I read that wrong. I'm like, eh? Your divine counterpart is a reflection of yourself. Is who you are right now, who you want them to be. So that's with separation, like the wake up moment, realizing, oh my god, these do go in order. That's so funny. This is realizing the error in your ways, like with attraction, because remember I said they're kind of jealous and envious of you, or that's kind of how you're feeling, and it's minute, it's not major jealousy or anything like that, but I feel like I want to be like you, I want to be independent like you, I want to be confident like you. So I feel like whoever's watching this reading, this is how you're acting, and your person is trying to be more like you. So with the whole, your divine counterpart is a reflection, they want to be a reflection of you, is who you are right now, who you want them to be. I feel like for who's watching this, yes, but if it was reversed, no. So they're realizing this, and they're working on their independence, they're working on trying to build up their own security and confidence within themselves. And then at the bottom of the deck we have burn those old love letters and set your heart free. Get rid of the past. Out with the old and with the new. Which is perfect, and it's very fitting for this. So hopefully you have your question, Cancer. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, yeah, baby. Okay, get a little carried away. Let's answer Cancer's question. Outlook not so good. If you're asking about the ex, outlook not so good. They're not trustworthy. So I don't know what your question was, but something ain't looking too promising with the magic 8 ball. Just gonna say. But yes, so hopefully this made sense to you. Remember, like, so that you can blow everyone else out of the water. I do know that, no, you are Cancer. Maybe you will, and that's why I was gonna say it. Scorpio, Aquarius, and I believe Pisces did well last time, but those Scorpio and Aquarius are blowing motherfuckers out of the water right now. Mainly Aquarius, I believe. So like, share, subscribe. Hit me up for a personal if you're interested. My email's in the box below. I do have a P.O. box. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in the box below. It is on the community tab, P.O. Box 633, Oxford, Maine 04270. Send me letters, send me cards. I will open them on In a reading or in a recording. I might make separate videos. If you'd like me to do so, I can give you guys shout outs, especially if you have your own channel. Send me tarot cards that you'd like to see me use. I do have a wish list. My Amazon link is in the box below. But yes, I just want to interact with you guys. And if you send me a letter or a card or something, whether it's a gift, tarot cards, or just handmade shit, I love crafts. I love anything handmade. I don't have any jewelry, so if you make jewelry, I would love some. But regardless of that, I will send you something back. I will reply. So you will have something handwritten from me in return if you mail me anything, just FYI. But I will see you over on Patreon. Please join me over there. Remember, any denomination, it is totally up to you. No obligation whatsoever. Join me for a moment or stay for a while. Either way, you make me smile. Catch you on the peace side. Peace side? No. I mixed up my two exit things. I usually say peace out or catch you on the flip side, yo. And I'm like, catch you on the peace side. Well, yeah, I will. Maybe it'll be more peaceful over there. Calmer waters once we got this X out of here. So I feel like the blockages actually, I feel like they're clearing. Any blocks that are here right now are man-made. They're purposefully there. And I feel like it's against the past person. So I do feel like you've got like open highway coming up. Somebody's charging ahead. They want your ass, or you do. But anyways, peace.